Colorado has one playoff series victory since winning the Stanley Cup in 2022. So today I'm going to be rebuilding the Avalanche until Nathan Mackinnon decides to retire. Looking at this roster, it would be hard to believe they have struggled come playoff time. With a 97 overall Nathan MacKinnon, a 90 Martin Necas, they got Valentin there, a Tori Lehkonen with Brock Nelson and Olofsson. Once upon a time, Mikko Rantanen and Nazem Kadri were on the roster. Obviously not anymore. They have arguably the best D pairing in the entire league in Devon Taves and Cale Makar, 96 and 89. A young guy in Girard who is only 27 years old, Josh Manson's an 85, and then a decent starting goaltender in the form of Mackenzie Blackwood, 87 overall, 28 years of age. This roster is set up to win long term and of course to win right now. Introducing GM Pasta and introducing a dynasty. The first order of business is to re-sign Martin Necas. Now in real life, the man probably is not going to re-sign. We'll see. He's had a hot start to the season, but there have been some rumors that he might not want to re-sign in Colorado. I honestly don't blame him. So I'm going to give the guy a $9.6 million contract over the next 6 seasons with a full no movement clause. We are currently in a win now mode, so these first rounders are not going to mean a lot. I got Josh Manson and a first for Pavel Mintyukov. Totally unwilling. I got a better trade in mind. Manson, 2 firsts and a third for Josh Morrissey from the Winnipeg Jets. It is going to be tough to try to make this go through. Since we can't make a blockbuster deal for a young or even established defenseman, I'm going to go after my go-to, which is Martin Fehervary. Josh Manson's contract will come off the books, and we will have a brand new D-core out there on the ice. Manson was a little bit older. He was 31 years old. Fehervary fits my timeline a little bit better. We probably have a solid 10 years, I'd say, with Nathan MacKinnon. The dude is 30 years old, so I'd imagine he's going to be good until he's like 36, 37, and then a few washed up seasons before he decides to retire. This Brock Nelson contract is absolutely horrific. Now, in real life, they obviously cannot trade him, but in NHL 26, I want to try to grab Dorofeyev from the Vegas Golden Knights. We are going to have to take back some salary because Brock Nelson is making north of $7 million. We got Nelson, Dury, a first and 2/3 for Dorofeyev and William Karlsson, and they are totally unwilling. Am I going to have to slot in a second rounder to make this work? How about a second and a third to Vegas? Come on! This trade is just not going to go through. We're not going to have the assets to acquire Dorofeyev. We're going to have to find a different suitor for Brock Nelson. But one thing is certain, we got to get this deal off the books. What about Shane Wright from the Seattle Kraken? There we go. It is a done deal. We sent Seattle a bunch of assets, and in return, we got a young centerman of the future in Shane Wright. Much better of an option than deploying out Brock Nelson. We actually do have some youth to our team now. 21 years old, 83 overall. He's got 2 years left on his rookie contract, so we don't have to sign him for multiple seasons. We're going to be going after Jordan Spence from the Ottawa Senators, and it is a done deal. Draft picks galore. Just trying to make our D-core a little bit stronger. Jordan Spence is an 82 overall, 24-year-old. He's got potential to grow to a better overall. We'll play alongside of him Brent Burns most likely. Offensively, we're going to remain the same on our top line. Nichushkin, MacKinnon, and Necas. Shane Wright will be our second line center between Lehkonen and Landy. We got Ross Colton with Olofsson and O'Connor. Fourth line isn't really that great overall, but it's okay for now. Defensively, Taves and Makar, Girard and Fehervary, and then Brent Burns alongside Jordan Spence. We will unscratch him, throw him into the lineup with Mackenzie Blackwood locked up long-term on a $5.2 million deal over the next 5 seasons. Jordan Spence doesn't want a contract extension, but I would very much so want to lock this guy up for at least a couple seasons. Give the man a no movement clause, and we can go 3.1 over the next 3 seasons. Easy offer to accept. I think Jared Bednar is like the second longest tenured head coach right now in the National Hockey League. He got hired like way back in 2016. It's like him and John Cooper. So we're going to keep him for at least a season, but obviously if I find a better fit out there, I'm going to go after that. As Martin Necas has been locked up long-term here in Colorado, it would have been a disaster if we traded Rantanen for only 1 season, or actually 2 years of Martin Necas. Thankfully, GM Pasta got the job done as we head into season number 1. Solid start to the season. 15-5-4. Colorado is breezing through the regular season at this rate. We're going to be easily a playoff team, but it matters come playoff time. What we do, how far we go. Colorado has only gotten 1 playoff series win, which is crazy considering they literally had a super team in 2022. But ever since that day they won the Stanley Cup, it has been a struggle come playoff time. They lost to Seattle, lost to Dallas last season as well. The only playoff series they have underneath their belt that they won is against the fraudulent Winnipeg Winnipeg Jets that everybody knew was not very good and that has the worst playoff goaltender in the league currently. The deer in headlights that is Connor Hellebuck. 41, 15, and 6 entering the trade deadline. The Colorado Avalanche are ready to add to this roster. Vince Dunn is available and we have salary cap. Do I give up all my draft picks? I gotta remember that this is most likely going to be like an 8 to 10 year sim, so I'm gonna need those draft picks later on. This is not a 5-year and done video. We are gonna be drafting for many seasons. Right now at this point, I don't really care. I want to go all in and guarantee a Stanley Cup, although our first rounders are pretty much meaningless. I don't think we're gonna get this trade to go through. A first and 2 seconds, they have rejected. I might have to add in a defenseman. The only guy I could really give up would be Girard. I mean, Spence we locked up long-term. Ferravari is going to be here. Devon Taves. Girard only has 2 seasons left at an 86 overall. I think I'm going to leave him there. Unfortunately, we are going to be unable to grab Vince Dunn from Seattle. He would have been a great pickup to our D-core. Geno Malkin's a little bit too old. Mikael Granlund, no thank you. Justin Falk, I don't really want. What about Shane Gostisbehere? 87 overall. He's got similar trade value to Vince Dunn, so I'm just going to pass. And we are going to head to the end of the regular season. Wrapping up a great season for Colorado, 53, 23, and 6, 112 points. We were top of the Central Division, and for the entire NHL, we won the Presidents. Ain't no team better. Tampa Bay had a good season. Toronto was up there. Vegas, who literally, I believe, just signed Carter Hart as I'm recording this. That's pretty funny, I'm not going to lie. Nathan MacKinnon is going to have his best season of his career, scoring 61 goals and 124 points. The dog. Martin Necas had 38 and 102. Makar had his first 100-point season. This is the big three that is going to be here for a long time. Lehkonen had 70 points. Landy, 34 goals after missing like 3 seasons of hockey. The dude came back and immediately was a great player. Devon Taves was good offensively. Just overall, Colorado probably had the most goals for in the entire NHL. And then we were backed by a good goaltender. 47 wins, 5 shutouts, a .912 save percentage. Mackenzie Blackwood did his job. Kucherov is going to have the most points in the league at 136. The most goals will go to Nate at 61. Matthews had 60. Kuch 57. Jay Gensel 54. Gensel's a sneaky pickup in franchise mode. This guy sims well. Tage Thompson was good. Crosby hit 50 goals at the age of 38. Blackwood will have the most wins at 47 by any goaltender. And Jacob Markstrom, the most shutouts at 8. As we have a rematch up against Seattle. We lost to them back in 2023. It is time to get some revenge. The Kraken should not be able to contain our offense. Jarrett McCann and Matty Beniers are decent at an 86 overall. Jordan Eberle's kind of washed up. They do got Brock Nelson. Remember the trade. Right for Nelson. Offensively, though, they don't really rival us. Defensively, we're a lot better, too. And in goal, we have a better starting goaltender. The start of the dynasty here in Colorado. What can we do against the Seattle Kraken? We end up dropping game number 1. Luckily, we win game 2 and game number 3. Do not get upset by the Kraken yet again. We can't have that happening when I'm trying to build a dynasty here in Colorado. A quick 5-game series as we move on and play our arch rivals in the Dallas Stars. 95 overall, Mikko Rantanen, former member of Colorado, absolutely torched us last season. Scored a hat trick in Game 7. We know the deal already. They got Hintz and Robertson on that top line. Sagan with Ben and Duchesne. Wyatt Johnston still playing third-line minutes. You deserve more. And then defensively, they're great. Harley, Heiskanen, Lindell, and Jake Ottinger is up to a 91 overall. It is going to be a very tough series. A much better team than the Seattle Kraken, and they already have our number. You know Mikko Rantanen is going to want to beat us in back-to-back seasons. That dude always plays his best hockey against Colorado. But as of right now, they are trailing 3-1 in the series. We are 1 win away from advancing to the conference finals. First period, oh my god, we got clapped. 10-1 after 40, and safe to say that's the most embarrassing defeat in Colorado playoff history. How do we lose 10-3? There goes the stats of Mackenzie Blackwood. Dear God, what a dominating win by Dallas. They have all the momentum. Game 6, home ice in Dallas. We are on the road, and we got to try to pull off a victory. First period, no score. Second period, we're down by 1. Rope Hintz, you bastard. I need a massive third period here out of Nate. Necas, McKinnon, Shane Wright, anybody step up. Nathan MacKinnon should be the best player in the series right now. We get a power play, and we do not capitalize. That does not bode well. 4 minutes remaining. Are we going to have to go to a Game 7 Colton back on home ice. They say that history repeats itself. Here we go. Game 7 in Colorado. First period, we are down by 1, and it's none other than Mikko Rantanen. No, not again. Second period, still a 1-0 lead as Rico's lone goal of the hockey game is keeping the Dallas Stars up by 1. Come on, Colorado. Where has our offense been the last 2 games? Completely disappeared off the face of the earth. 7 minutes remaining. Come on, Colorado. We're only down by 1. Yes, Ross Colton ties the game up, and he is going to force overtime here in Game 7. Here we go. Game 7 overtime. A lot on the line for Colorado. This would be back-to-back playoff losses to none other than Mikko Rantanen and the Dallas Stars. And speak of the devil, there he is. He's got the lone goal for Dallas in this hockey game. Luckily, Ross Colton has one as well. Cross ice to Landy. Landy getting bodied off of that puck. We get a turnover. Martin Necas over to Devon Taves. Taves finding Makar. Over to Nathan MacKinnon. MacKinnon is in. Takes a shot, and Rantanen, or not Rantanen, Jake Ottinger will make the save. Mikko Rantanen is living rent-free in my mind right now. I can't believe it. That name over and over again we had to hear last season in Colorado. And this year we can rewrite the wrong. What is that, a new push animation? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Did I just see a brand new pushing animation on the face-offs? Rope Hintz, I've never seen. Oh my God, did they just add that into the game? I've never seen that push animation while taking a face-off in NHL 26. Trust me, I've taken a lot of draws and I've never seen that. That's crazy. First time for everything, I guess. All right, let's get back to the real action. MacKinnon shot, saved by Otter. There was a rebound floating there for Necas, but he couldn't get his stick on the puck. Miro Heiskanen in his own end. Dallas, they are struggling to get out right now. 15:35 remaining here in overtime. Rope Hintz dumps it in deep. Smart play by Rope. Dallas doesn't go for a change, though. MacKinnon, you have some room. Nate in the middle. Over to the Taves. Doesn't get a shot on that rebound. No rebound to be had. Mikko Rantanen the other way. He's going to turn it over. The computer AI looking spicy out here tonight. Found the Chushkin. He's got to step around Miro. Gonna have to stop up. Val behind the net trying to center it out in front. The Chushkin back to the line. Makar is going to rip a shot on goal. And Jake Ottinger is going to make that save. Turnover. Colton doesn't get a shot. Colorado literally can't get a grade A scoring chance right now. We can't buy one. Matt Duchene walking into the zone. Duchene between the legs is going to turn it over. He had his head down just like he did against Minnesota. Here comes Nichushkin. Val over. What a save by Ottinger. Makar has it. Over to Lehkonen. Lehkonen in the slot, and he doesn't get it to go. Val Nichushkin playing soccer instead of hockey. And then, what the fuck was that, Val Nichushkin? Come on, buddy. Nice. Val in the slot. He can't bury it either. Less than 8 minutes remaining. Here comes Duchene the other way. Losing the puck to Cale Makar, the best defenseman on planet Earth. Here comes Makar into the zone. Rips a shot on goal. Good save by Otter. It has been a back and forth overtime thus far. Why Johnston just going to dump it in. Nice dumping, buddy. Great dumping chase by the computers. Shane Wright coming in, right, over. Lehkonen can't get it to go. We're getting some chances now. We got full pressure in the offensive zone. As Matt Duchene leads the rush for Dallas, he's going to take a shot on goal. 4 minutes remaining here in OT. Makar pushes it up the wall. Babushkin gets laid out. Nice. Artturi Lehkonen hard on the forecheck right now, causing turnovers left, right, and center. Thomas Harley has no energy. Nobody on Dallas is healthy right now. Am I really going to have to sit through multiple overtimes? I'm not going to do it. We got a long simulation ahead of us here. Lehkonen into the zone. Artturi Lehkonen off the pad of Jake Ottinger. Olofsson down low to Sugar Shane Wright. Shane Wright on the backhand. 53 seconds remain. MacKinnon against Owen Beck. MacKinnon, you have to win this draw. Nate sauces it back. Makar, what a block shot by Dallas. You can't teach hurt. That could have easily been a goal too. Cale Makar ripping it from the blue line. MacKinnon again on the draw. Win it back. Snap it back, Nate. Yes, Nate wins it. What the fuck are you doing, Landeskog? Nate just getting pinned on the wall. Good pin. Nate just back to the blue line. Devon Taves turning that puck over with 40 seconds remaining here in OT. Dallas is very content on just dumping the puck in and not really forechecking, to be honest. Here comes Taves. MacKinnon the other way. Go, Nate. Nate blowing by. MacKinnon trying to center it. Martin Necas on the backhand. And Jake Ottinger again. He's made 41 saves in the hockey game. I don't know what Dallas' strategy is right now. Just trying to hold off the onslaught of Colorado. Oh, God. Nathan MacKinnon got laid out in the middle of the ice. Landy, push that puck up, Landy. Go. Landy, keep skating. Cross ice. Necas! Martin Necas, the man that got traded for Mikko Rantanen, will send us to round number 2 with a beautiful snipe on Jake Ottinger. And the Colorado Avalanche will not lose back-to-back seasons to Mikko Rantanen. Beautiful. The Vegas Golden Knights in the conference finals. Jack Eichel and Mitch Marner are both a 94 overall. They probably have a slight edge offensively, maybe. We tried picking up Dorofeyev. He's going to be good. Defensively, Theodore's an 88. Defensively, we have them for sure. And then in goal, there's a massive difference between Mackenzie Blackwood and Adin Hill. Also, the last time we played, I'm pretty sure Colorado spanked them in game 1 and then proceeded to lose like 4 in a row or something like that. And then Nathan MacKinnon was absolutely livid at the post-game press conference. We are going to have to face elimination in game number 6 on the road in Vegas. Come on, Colorado. First period, 2-1 lead. Nichushkin and Olofsson. Second period, Vegas is going to tie it up. I believe it was Jeremy Lauzon. We are getting heavily outshot, but Brent Burns, the old man, #Unk, is going to give us the lead here in the third period. We need Mackenzie Blackwood to shut the door now. 31 shots on goal. Vegas is not generating a lot of offense. As soon as I fucking said that, man, I should have shut my goddamn mouth. I don't know why I insist on saying stupid shit, but man, I should have just kept my mouth shut. We'd be going to a game 7. We got a power play, though. Okay, we got the man advantage. Nathan MacKinnon causing a turnover. Nate Dogg in the middle. Lehkonen off the crossbar. Come on, Ettore Lehkonen. That was our chance. I don't think we're going to get a better shot than that. Lehkonen all the way up to Natchez. Oh, Natchez, what are you doing, bud? I got to improve the CPU passing. I think I got to give them more power. Natchez over Lehkonen again. This dude is just teeing it up like Happy Gilmore. Nathan MacKinnon working for the turnovers. Makar bombs one wide. And Colorado cannot find the back of the net right now. Makar again into the zone of the man advantage. In the middle, Nathan MacKinnon. How many fucking crossbars are we going to hit right now? Lehkonen over to Makar. Makar walks in. Saved by Adin Hill. Finally makes a save. Back to the blue line. Makar again can't get a shot on goal. And the Vegas Golden Knights are going to clear that puck down the length of the ice. We are back to 5-on-5 hockey. Martin Ferravari all the way up to Shane Wright. Shane Wright, how was that not high sticking on Braden McNabb? That I will never know. Here comes Vegas. They're going to turn it over, though. Gerard to O'Connor. O'Connor in. Back. Ferravari walks down Main Street and hits nothing but shin pads. Literally nothing but shin pads. Get it in, boys. We cannot have a turnover at the blue line. Gabriel Landeskog leading the postseason in hits right now. And he's going to take that face-off up against Jack Eichel. 15-40, we win the draw. Cale Makar's going to walk it. Bombs it away. And Cale Makar will send this series to 7. It all comes down to this. Game 7 conference finals to go back to the cup finals. First period, we got the lead. Brent Burns and Nathan MacKinnon. Second period, Vegas will respond. We got Mitch Marner scoring in Game 7. EA, really? This is going to be a nightmare of a... Never mind. Never mind. It is not a nightmare of a third period. Cale Makar, oh my God. The Colorado Avalanche, they have the lead right now. I'm going to shut my mouth. Power play for Vegas. They don't get anything on it. Halfway through the third. Shots are 27 all. 5 minutes remaining in the third period. And the Colorado Avalanche are going back to the Stanley Cup Finals. Fucking A. Well, we got a perfect matchup in the Cup Finals in the form of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Without Mitch Marner, the Leafs are going to go as far as they've gone in the last, 67 years. Nylander and Matthews are both great. Nye's on that top line. Tavares is an 88 overall. They got Riley and Tanev. Decor, I think we have the edge. But goaltending-wise, it's pretty similar. Both Stolars and Blackwood are an 87 overall. It's going to be close. The Stanley Cup will be in the building for the Toronto Maple Leafs. They hold a 3-2 series lead over Colorado. First period, we strike Colton, MacKinnon, and O'Connor. Second period, 6-0. There will be a Game 7. We know the Leafs do not handle pressure well. Game 7 Cup Finals, this is the most pressure possible. First period, we're down by 1. Second period, 2-0 lead for the Maple Leafs. Machelli and Ryan Strome have the goals, while Devon Taves got our lone goal in this hockey game. Come on, Colorado, please find a way. Find a way to beat Anthony Stolars. We're getting outshot, but not by much. Down by 1 late in the third period. Can the Avalanche somehow tie the game up? It's over. Losing in Game 7 is an absolute nightmare. Trust me, I've been there before. Individually, Cale Makar led the way, 10 goals, 31 points. MacKinnon had 16 goals and 29 points, although he was a -6. Landy had 20, Devon Taves 20, Martin Necas was kind of under the radar, to be honest. And Mackenzie Blackwood, I don't know if we're going to get a better playoff run than that. A 925? That ain't happening again. Kucherov is going to take home the Ted Lindsay, Art Ross, and Hart Trophy. Trophy, Nathan MacKinnon, the Maurice Richard, Makar the Norris, Willie the Conn Smythe, Vasilevsky the Vezina, and your mom's a hoe, Sebastian Aho the Selke. Philadelphia is going to win the draft lottery, which means they will get Gavin McKenna. I don't believe we have our first round pick. We do not. We pick 63rd overall. We might as well simulate until that pick, and here we are. My scouts are going to have to do an incredible job. What about Caleb Mitchell, 2A defenseman? He's NHL ready in 5 seasons. I'm going to take a risk on the good old Canadian boy. Top 6 medium, not really the greatest. We only had 1 pick in the entire 2026 NHL draft. Next season is going to be a big one. We got to give Cale Makar a contract extension as well as Girard. But as of right now, I mean, Olofsson I'll probably let walk. Brent Burns I'm not going to re-sign. Kuravanta, no thank you. We can find another backup goaltender. We got close to $9 million in cap space. We have $6.8 million to spend. Adrian Kempe's out of our price range. A lot of these guys are, to be honest. We could maybe go after a veteran like Claude Giroux, Jacob Trouba on the back end, although that's a little bit too much money. Roslovic is looking for $7 mil. Jesus Christ. The dude literally signed like $1.2 mil in Edmonton. Instead, I'm going to sign Jeff Skinner. Add a sniper to our lineup, giving us more goal support. I'm going to lower the AAV a little bit. We'll go 4.425 over the next 2 seasons. Welcome to Colorado. Carson Soucy is going to be given a 2.8 3-year deal with a modified no trade clause. Hopefully he ends up signing in Colorado. We are 0 for 2 so far on defensemen in free agency. We still got Natchez, McKinnon, and Achushkin. Landy alongside Shane Wright and Lekkonen, the same exact top 6. Ivan will be our third line center with Jeff Skinner and Logan O'Connor. Defensively, Taves and Makar, Faravari and Girard, and then we got Spence and Gustafson, with Mackenzie Blackwood still being an 87 overall, and we got a 75 as our backup. We are stepping into a new era here in Colorado, setting some new captains. Nate Dogg will get the C, Cale Makar can grab an A, and out of respect for Gabriel Landeskog, I will also give him an assistant captaincy. It is time for a new era in Colorado. All right, let's start with Cale Makar. This guy needs to get signed, and he wants like 15 mil. Dear God. All hail Cale, that dude is going to get paid. I'm going to go 13,650 over the next 8 seasons for Cale Makar, and he will return. Bang! We got to make sure we lock up our young guys. So Sugar Shane Wright, you're going to return 4.5 over the next 3 seasons here in Colorado. Samuel Girard wants 9.3. Is this dude out of his goddamn mind? All right, Girard might be gone to the trade deadline. We might have to trade him. Screw waiting until the deadline. I'm getting rid of him right now. A 3rd and a 5th, Samuel Girard for Pavel Mintyukov from Anaheim. It is a done deal. We avoided absolute disaster. Luckily, we don't have to worry about Mintyukov either. He's locked up over the next 3 seasons on a bridge deal, $5.9 million. The goal, of course, of pretty much every single season is to win a Stanley Cup. We are on borrowed time with Nathan MacKinnon. The man is 31 years old and needs another cup to his resume. Shane Wright decided to reject my offer because we don't have cap space to sign him. It was the Mintyukov trade that did it, and now Shane Wright wants 6.3. We got to sign him in the re-sign phase. There's no way that we are going to lose him for literally nothing. I traded for him. He's the future of the team. Hopefully our second line center for many, many years to come. We have a very solid record at the trade deadline. Maybe I go all in, maybe I don't. I've yet to make up my mind. Oh, hey, Samuel Girard. Funny to see you here, buddy. Not. Dougie Hamilton's available. Drake Batherson, no thank you. A lot of these guys just want way too much money. I mean, Batherson, no, we can't sign him anyways. I think we just head into the postseason with the team that we have right now. I'm gonna have many more cracks at the can. Don't worry about it. Did we just have the exact same record as last season? 53, 24, and 5? Oh, we're gonna be the second best team in hockey behind Tampa Bay, our bitter rivals. We got Florida still being good. Edmonton's up here. Toronto somehow after winning the cup. Those bastards got lucky. Nathan MacKinnon having a down season. 51 goals is nice, but only 94 points. Makar had 86, Natchez 77. We did not have the offense. Oh my God. Jeff Skinner, though. Career revival. 41 goals, 73 points at age 34. Shane Wright had 67, 24 goals, 67 points. Lekkonen 60. And then Blackwood between the pipes. It was solid. 912 save percentage, 3 shutouts, 44 victories. Can't complain about that. Matthews is going to lead the NHL in scoring with 122 points and the most goals at 61. A bunch of scoring across the National Hockey League. Nathan MacKinnon was 3rd, though, tied alongside Eichel and Kyle Connor, all 3 having 51. As we have the Los Angeles Kings in the very first round. LA has a 90 overall Byfield now at 24 years old. Kopi's a 90, still playing hockey. I mean, overall, their forward core is not great. Defensively, Doughty's an 87, Clark is is up to an 87. Still have Mikey Anderson on the roster. And then Darcy Kemper at 36 years old is an 87 overall. And if your memory serves you well, he was the starting goaltender of Colorado back in 22. Although you probably could have had Malcolm Subban between the pipes and that Avs squad was still going to win the cup. They were just that good. I will gladly take a 4-game sweep. I'm willing to bet that the Minnesota Wild are going to be a much tougher challenge due to the fact they got Kirill Kaprizov at a 96. Rossi's an 89, Zook 88, Boldine, Eriksson Ek are great. Third line's not too bad either. They have some X factors. The top 4 of the D-core isn't that bad. Faber's an 88, Brodin 88, Bium's an 86 overall, and then in goal, Philip Gustafsson at an 88 and backup Jesper Wallstedt. This team is loaded. Also, for the future, Jesper Wallstedt, would you like to come to Colorado? They're going to have to re-sign him, and they're going to have a lot of trouble doing so. But of course, as of right now, we don't really care about him. We are focused on winning the Stanley Cup and beating the Minnesota Wild. Game 7 of the second round. Minnesota against Colorado. First period, a 3-1 lead. McKinnon, Mintyukov, and Skinner 5-1 after 2. And we are headed to the Western Conference Finals yet again. The Anaheim Ducks, the team that we traded Pavel Mintyukov for. They got a very young but good roster. McTavish is up to a 90, Carlson 87, Cutter Gauthier's an 88. They still have Troy Terry and Chris Kreider on the roster. Matheson, Lacombe, Zellweger, and Girard. And then in goal, it's an 86 overall, Lucas Dostel. Yet again, we are going to go to a Game 7, this time against Anaheim, to go back to the Stanley Cup Finals. First period, no score. Second period, 4-0 lead, and Colorado yet again will have the opportunity to play for Lord Stanley. And it's going to be against the Buffalo Sabres. Are you kidding me? Jared Bednar, leave me the hell alone right now. I am in complete shock that somehow in the big 2027, Buffalo has made the Cup final. TNT Thompson's a 92 overall. They got Tuck and Kulik on that top line. McLeod with Zucker and Benson. Third line is strong. They have a lot of depth, I'm not going to lie. Defensively, oh my, Rasmus Dahlin up to a 94. Owen Power 88. Byram 86. And then Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen is still their starting goaltender, only at an 84. There is a weakness. We currently have the opportunity on home ice in game number 5 to close out the series and win Nathan MacKinnon his second Stanley Cup of his career. We got a 2-1 lead entering the third. MacKinnon on the power play might be the game winner right now. 26-21 of the shots. Ryan McLeod's gonna score and tie the game up here in Colorado. Halfway through the third period, can someone on the Avalanche give us the lead? Yes, Val Nichushkin, hookers and blow, as the Colorado Avalanche will win the Stanley Cup. In the year 2027, they get their second cup of the 2020s over the Buffalo Sabres in 5 games in the Cup Finals. Nathan MacKinnon gets ring number 2. Landy gets another one. Pavel Mintyukov and Shane Wright still early on in their careers. Martin Necas captures glory for the first time ever, as Martin Necas will be the Conn Smythe winner. 5 goals and 23 points, and that is now back-to-back cup runs that Nathan MacKinnon does not win the Conn Smythe. That does not bode well for his legacy, as the Stanley Cup will be raised here in Give Your Balls a Tug Arena, the mile-high city of Colorado, and Captain Nathan MacKinnon in his very first season as the captain in Colorado will win Lord Stanley and get it done yet again. We have to hand it off to the other half of the dynamic duo in the form of Martin Necas, MVP. He's going to win his first cup ever. Mackenzie Blackwood has been absolutely solid for us the entire video so far. He's been the backbone of the team. He deserves another cup to his resume as well, as Colorado is set up to be a dynasty in the future. And right now, honestly, with the way that I tweaked the roster, we got young guys like Mintyukov and Shane Wright, with staple guys like Nathan MacKinnon still in their prime at a 96, 97 overall. This team is built to win long term. Funny enough, Nathan MacKinnon had the same amount of points and more goals than Martin Necas, but did not win the Conn Smythe. Cale Makar had 22, Shane Wright 18. Look at all that untapped potential. The dude is only 23 years old. Val Nichushkin's a little bit older. Tori Lekkonen's probably not going to be here long term. And then Mackenzie Blackwood, he did it again. He proved me wrong. 927 save percentage and 3 shutouts. Barkov's going to take home the Ted Lindsay and Hart Trophy. Maurice Richard and Art Ross to Matthews. McAvoy the Norris, the Conn Smythe to Necas. We got Bob the Vesna and Matty Beniers the Selke. The Shane Wright extension, I feel like we will be able to get done. I'll probably offload some contracts at the draft. 5.5 mil over the next 3 years. I would gladly give him that deal if I could. Utah is going to win the draft lottery, which means they will get Shorzy first overall. They are in our division. Corey Perry is going to retire, as well as Ryan Suter and Shea Weber, the GOAT. This is a tough one. I'm not going to lie. Giving up our longtime captain, Gabriel Landeskog, for Bennett Seneca and Chris Kreider from Anaheim. We're going to be offloading the Chris Kreider contract. We just had to throw him into the trade. Otherwise, it would have never worked. We are going to send Chris Kreider to the Boston Bruins for like a 5th round pick, maybe. How about a 3rd rounder? 3rd should be fair, no? Yeah, they're going to reject that offer. We're probably going to take like a 6th or a 7th. I will take a 7th rounder in return. Still doesn't fit our team needs. What if I add in a draft pick as well into the package? Bang, there we go. Consider it a done deal. Contract-wise, McKinnon's locked up long-term, as well as Natchez and Makar. Devon Taves has 5 more years left at 7.3. Nichushkin's contract, I'll probably wait another season before trading him, just like it did to Gabriel Landeskog. We got to stay on top of our contracts, otherwise we are going to become a bum-ass team. But as of right now, we're good. I also do have to rely on scouting. Top 6 medium, 2-way forward, 2 years until he's NHL ready, Blake Riddle. Is there anybody else that is slightly better? Do I take a chance at a goaltender? I don't know, man. This is very challenging. EA Sports, you better not fail me. Blake Riddle, I can't even see. I gotta go back. Landon DuPont went to Calgary. Shorzy, obviously, to Utah. Luckily, Blake Riddle did have a top 6 medium potential at a 69 overall. Nice. First order of business is to re-sign Sugar Shane Wright. 4.6 over the next 3 seasons. Gladly give him that contract. Mackinnon wants 4 seasons at 4.9. If I'm gonna give you a no movement clause, I am lowering the AAV. Ain't no way I'm giving you that much. We are gonna go 4.275 over the next 4 seasons to remain in Colorado. Welcome back, Ettore Lehkonen. We have $5.4 million to work with here in free agency. I would like to go after a defenseman. What about Tyler Myers? The man is 37 years old. Does he fit? He does not fit in the system. Ryan McDonough fits in every defensive pairing, so I'm going to give that man 2.4 on a 1-year contract. Jared Bednar's contract is up. Do we bring this man back? That is the question. Or do we go after one of the greatest head coaches of all time, and Joel Quenneville? I'm just going to re-sign Jared Bednar on a 4-year contract, give him the bag, and hopefully win multiple more Stanley Cups. My sources tell me your staff chemistry is excellent, so I'm hopeful that I can join the staff with little drama. I gladly accept. Jared Bednar, buddy, did you hit your head? Do you not remember winning the Stanley Cup like only a few months ago? You were on the team for like a decade, buddy. We got Dementia Bednar before Grand Theft Auto 6. A dynamite top line of Nichushkin, McKinnon, and Natchez. We get a +5 there. Skinner, Wright, and Seneca. Logan O'Connor with Ivan, and Brindley. Also, yes, this man's entire name is Ivan. Defensively, Taves and Makar, Mintikov and McDonough, and then we got Farivari and Spence, and Mackenzie Blackwood is still an 87 overall. So here we are entering the trade deadline, a record of 40, 22, and 3. Obviously, we are a buyer, the reigning defending champs here in Colorado. We got Wallstedt available, Sergachev, Chabot, Brodin. I don't know if I'm going to make any moves. Our old buddy Gabriel Landeskog is available. Unfortunately, that is not going to happen. Zuccarello's making 8.3. That is crazy. Troy Terry wouldn't be bad, but he's got some term on his contract. Mikhail Sergachev. Honestly, I think I am going to go after Troy Terry. The trade value is not too high. We can maybe get them to retain. He could be a core piece of like our top 6 for the next couple seasons. We'd have to give up a guy like Val Nichushkin making 6.2 over the next 3. That is the issue. I don't know if I want to do that. I'm not going to be making any moves, and instead, we're just going to simulate until the end of the season. We are going to finish with a record of 51, 26, and 5, 107 points on the season. Only Winnipeg was better in our division, and we were a top 3 team in the National Hockey League, so say what you will, Colorado is ready to go back-to-back. Finally, Nathan MacKinnon has returned. 62 goals, 135 points. He had a down season last year with only 94 on the year, but this dude has been a consistent 100-point player since the 22-23 NHL season. Funny enough, that was literally the first time ever him hitting 100 points. The dude had 97, 99, and 93 from 2017 to 2020. Talk about coming close. Cale Makar is going to have 102 and 25 goals. Martin Necas was point per game. Jeff Skinner, 35 goals and 68 points at the age of 35. What a pickup. We got Val Nichushkin having 61, Seneca 55. Shane Wright is going to be on this team long term. And then in goal, Mackenzie Blackwood had 45 wins, 4 shutouts, and a 9-15. Nathan MacKinnon will go ahead and lead the NHL in scoring. The man had 135 points, and he's also going to have the most goals at 62. That's my dog. Kyle Connor had 57. Cole Caulfield, nicknamed the Cock, had 56. Don't ask me why that's his nickname. Who knows? Maybe he's got a massive schlong. Leon was good, unlike in real life. Crosby had 53. TNT was okay. If we take a look at the goaltenders across the NHL, Mackenzie Blackwood leading in wins. The man had 45. And the most shutouts will go to none other than Arthur Sheloff, who had 6 on the season for the Pittsburgh Penguins. The Pens might be back. We are going to be facing the Nashville Predators in round number 1. Easy matchup. They got a pretty decent top line of Marchessault, Stamkos, and Tolvainen. Philip Forsberg's on the second line with Copp and Hartman. And I mean, I got to be honest, forward core isn't really that great defensively. They're probably, they're old, they're slow, and they are just not a great hockey team. UC Saros is still an 87, though. Potentially could cause some issues in the first round, but overall, Colorado should absolutely smoke these guys in like 4 or 5 games. If not, I'm just going to blame EA and move on. That's the way we do business. Luckily, we do get by them in 6 games, moving on to the second round to play the Dallas Stars. We beat them en route to a Stanley Cup last season. The Stars have a dynamite top line. Wyatt Johnston now is up to a 92 overall. They got Rantanen with Robertson. Chris Kreider is on the roster with Rope Hintz and Tyler Seguin. Maverick Bourque is buried on the third line. They got a damn good fourth line as well. Defensively, the top 4 is very good. Heiskanen, Harley, Carlo Lindell, and then in goal, Jake Ottinger is up to a 91 overall. We know they're a good squad. The record right now is 2-1 against us in the last like 4 years, I believe. It's time to tie that bitch up. I fully believe in our offense to strike a lot in this series, although Ottinger is a 91 overall. We did well against them last season. We dropped the first 2 games. We're down 3-0. The defending champs in Colorado are on the ropes right now. First period, 1-0 lead. Thank you, Martin Necas. Second period, 3-1, and we will force a game number 5. GM Pasta does not get swept. I at least win 1 game in a hockey series. I can guarantee that for all the franchises that I take over. Game 5, here we go. First period, we got a 2-2 tie. Makar and Necas. Second period, go up 4-2. And all of a sudden, all the momentum is on Colorado's side. Take it 1 shift at a time, 1 game at a time. First period, we got a 3-2 lead. Brindley, MacKinnon, and Taves. Second period, it is 7-3, and we have absolutely filled the net on Otter. We got a game 7. This would usually be the time that we end up losing because of the EA sim engine. First period, 1-0 lead. Second period, Dallas is going to tie it up. Colorado down 0-3 in the series, clawed their way back to get to a game 7 as Captain Nathan MacKinnon will give us the lead, and then Ross Colton, the GOAT, will extend the lead to 2, and Colorado straight up reverse swept the Dallas Stars. Suck my nuts. Colorado right now is the best team in the NHL. I don't want to hear any other answer. Been in the Cup Finals 2 years in a row. We're the reigning defending champs, and now we play the Edmonton Oilers, who in real life are struggling to score goals. But of course, in the game, a 99 McDavid, 98 Draisaitl with an 88 overall Matt Savoy. That is going to get it done. That blows out our top line. The rest of their forward core, I don't think is better, although Ike Howard is up to an 87. Ekholm's kind of washed. Jake Wallman right now is their best player, and they got Bouchard playing third line minutes next to Johansson, who is coaching the Edmonton Oilers right now. Starting goaltender is still Stuart Skinner at an 84 overall. Fedotov as the backup. Well, definitely the best team we played so far, and in the conference finals, it will go to a game 7 on home ice in Colorado to go to our 3rd consecutive Stanley Cup Finals. 2-2 tie after 1. Shane Wright and Devon Taves 6-4 lead after 2, and the Colorado Avalanche have a shot at going back-to-back. We are going to end up playing the New Jersey Devils, I believe, as they beat Buffalo in 6 games. It is Jersey. Jared Bednar, what do you want, buddy? I re-signed you. I was confident in your abilities, although I damn near tried to sign John Cooper and Chris Knobloch. We're not going to talk about that. Jared Bednar is our guy. guy. They got a 94 overall Jack Hughes as their best player. Meyer and Bratt on that top line. Philip Heedle's on the roster. Dawson Mercer's kind of washed. They don't really have the greatest forward core. Luke Hughes is up to a 90. Pesce 86. Siegenthaler's still great at an 88. And somehow Dougie Hamilton at 34 years old is aging very, very well. While Pyotr Kochetkov at an 84 is their starting netminder. Let's see how our third consecutive cup final goes. Colorado has gotten close year one. Went to a game 7, I believe. We ended up winning last season. Can we go back to back? We have an opportunity in game 6 in Jersey to raise Lord Stanley. First period down by 1. Thank you, Jesper Bratt. Bastard. Second period, we will tie the game up. It is none other than Sugar Shane Wright. And we are at a standstill right now. It is a Mexican standoff. Out shooting New Jersey 34-29. 5 minutes remaining in the third. Can somebody get the go-ahead goal late in the period? All right, we have to go to overtime. We get 2 chances to win Lord Stanley tonight in New Jersey and then maybe Colorado game 7. But I gotta be honest, I don't want to go to a game 7. I want this series to be done tonight here in Jersey in the Prudential Center after Edmonton literally just lost. Nathan MacKinnon taking into the zone. MacKinnon over. Nichushkin, what a save there by Kochetkov. MacKinnon getting board played down low. He's going to turn that puck over. Jack Hughes on the counterattack. Coming through the neutral zone. Hughes, he's going to stop. Oh my God, Hughes, nice play. Timo Meier over, and a great save by Mackenzie Blackwood. The Devils still have it, and we're forced to cover it up. Defensive zone draw. Shots are 37-32, and we are all tied up at 1. In the Stanley Cup Finals, Hughes walking the line and an easy save by Blackwood. Nathan MacKinnon against Jack Hughes yet again. Come on, Nate Dogg. I need you to win this draw. We got to have a clean breakout, and we got to get the game winner. Oh, no. Pesce rips one, and again, Blackwood saving our bacon. 15-39. Hughes on the draw against Nate. Nate's going to snap it back. Cale Makar all the way up to Martin Necas. Here we go. Offensive zone, baby. Martin Necas making a deke. He's going to stop up, hands it off. Oh, my God. Is Cale Makar trying to injure his own teammate, just ripping off the back of the shin pads? That changed by the Devils. Uh-oh. Turnover, maybe? Martin Necas hands it off to Ross Colton. He had a big goal in the postseason. Colton trying to get into the zone. Takes a shot and buries it. Ross Colton, game winner, Stanley Cup winning goal. And the Colorado Avalanche will indeed go back-to-back. They made the Cup Finals every single season so far of the video, and we now have gotten Nathan MacKinnon his 3rd ring of his NHL career. Things are going well. Nate is still in his prime. We are still a juggernaut of a team, winning back-to-back Stanley Cups, this time over New Jersey in 6 games in the Cup Finals. Shout out Nate Dogg. He's going to win the Conn Smythe for the first time in his career. 18 goals, 41 points, one of the greatest playoff runs of all time. He didn't get it done last season. He didn't get it done in 2022. He didn't win it in 2022 or last season, but he finally got that Conn Smythe, and there it is on the road in Jersey, the cup being raised in the building. It doesn't get any better than this. Nathan MacKinnon, come on up, take a lap. You are now a 3-time Cup champion. Shout out Nathan MacKinnon. He was by far and away our best player. 18 goals, 41 points. Makar had 30, Wright, 10 goals, 26 points. He's the future. Jeff Skinner. Oh my God. Jeff Skinner had 16 goals in the postseason. Talk about an addition. That dude was insane. Seneca had 23, Necas 23, Devon Taves 20. A lot of offensive support. And then Mackenzie Blackwood was great. 16 wins, 1 shutout, and a 9-14. That is back-to-back Stanley Cups for the Colorado Avalanche. A clean sweep on all the individual hardware. We got Rasmus Dahlin winning the Norris, Matt Savoy the Calder, Arthur Shelov's going to win the Vezina, and Fantilli the Selke. Interesting. As we now sim to the NHL draft, the Montreal Canadiens are going to win the lottery. Calgary 2nd, Vegas 3rd. We are still many seasons away from the potential of Nathan MacKinnon retiring. Goodbye to Gino at 41. Brent Burns is gone. Roman Josi going to retire pretty early. He's only 38. These guys last forever in NHL 26. Now, I am recording this a day later. Jeff Skinner needs to be extended. I'm just trying to jog my memory on what my contract situation currently looks like right now. It really is only Jeff Skinner. Everybody else is locked up. He played great for this roster, so I'm going to give him a 2-year contract to lower the AAV to 3.85, 2 years, full no movement clause. Hopefully he comes back. Do we have our first overall pick? We do. We picked number 32, obviously, because we won Lord Stanley. We got Kyler Aginla. Don't tell me Iggy has another kid. We could take Francois Bouchard, playmaker, or we could go with the defenseman. I mean, these guys are like 4 years away from being NHL ready. I think I'll go with Bouchard. As a good old Edmonton Oilers fan, Luke Yonkman ended up going first overall, and who did we grab? Top 9 medium potential. Not great. There we go. Jeff Skinner elected on re-signing in Colorado. Now, we do got to do extensions for Mintyukov and Seneca heading into preseason, but I don't think we got to worry about anybody right now. Ryan McDonough, I'm not going to bring him back. We got 7.8 in salary cap space available. Mackenzie Blackwood still locked up for a few more seasons. We are golden. 5.7 in salary cap space available. I would like to go out and probably sign a defenseman. Sandberg wants too much. Tyler Myers, no thank you. I guess I'm just... Ooh, wait a minute. MK, we can probably get him. 26 years old, 82 overall. Does he fit? He fits on every single defensive pairing. This is the guy. No movement clause. Lower the AAV a tad. 3.1 over the next 3 seasons for MK to join, and he is going to be a member of Colorado. We got to sign Benedict Seneca right now. The dude's up to an 87 overall and only wants $5.8 million for the next 5 seasons. That is a deal I would gladly give to the man. I'm going to lower the AAV, though, of course. 5.150 over the next 5 seasons. Should be an easy contract to return, and then it's Pavel Mintyukov on the backhand. He's probably going to want more. 9.7 on a 3-year deal. That is crazy. I'm going to give Mintyukov 8x850, 4 years, no movement clause in the final 2. And hopefully that man is going to re-sign with the Avalanche. Mackenzie Blackwood's only 31 years old. He's up to an 88 overall now. We are looking good long term. Benedict Seneca has accepted my offer enthusiastically. Good to know. And I don't think we have enough salary cap available in our extension dollars. No, we got 7.5 for Mintyukov. We can try to give this man that contract. 7.5, 3-year deal. I don't think he's going to accept. We can try, but I don't know if it's going to go through. Yeah, that is not going to be enough money to bring back Pavel Mintyukov. Unfortunately, we'll have to move some salary around and get something done during the season. We get a +5 on our top line of Seneca, Mackinnon, and Natchez. Shane Wright center in his own line with Skinner, Nichushkin, Colton, Brindley, and O'Connor. Fourth line doesn't look bad either. Defensively, Makar is still a 97. Devon Taves hasn't regressed yet. Pavel Mintyukov, we desperately got to bring that guy back. He's going to play alongside Spence. And we got Farivari and MK and Mackenzie Blackwood at a career high 88 overall. The man between the pipes. Mintyukov is going to be wanting a full 9.7. So we either got to trade somebody away, somehow create some salary cap space. Otherwise, we are not going to get this man signed. No way, no how. We can try to give him 7.9, but I believe if they reject, they end up wanting more money in the long run. So I don't even know if I want to go through with this and offer him that amount of money. I went out on a limb, I took a risk, and I brought back Pavel Mintyukov at 7.9, I believe. An absolute steal of a contract. We are now the defending Stanley Cup champs, en route to potentially a three-peat in the modern NHL. If there's a team that can do it, it is Colorado. We still got great top-end talent in the middle of their primes in the form of McKinnon and Makar. Mackenzie Blackwood still great. This is a very good hockey team. Solid start to the season, 27-10-3. Colorado is in a great position. Maybe I'll make some moves at the deadline. Maybe I won't. Honestly, I don't even know if this team needs any moves at this rate. We have just been doing nothing but winning. We would already have a three-peat completed if we did not absolutely blow it in year number 1. We got guys making 10 mil available to be traded at the deadline in Kirill Marchenko. I mean, come on, EA. Why would they want to get rid of him? Philip Gustafson's available. Ryan Pulak, Pelech, no thank you. Fiala, Troy Terry yet again. The guy cannot escape the trade deadline rumors and accusations. Yeah, I think I'm good. I'm not going to make any moves. We are just straight up racking up the 50-win seasons. 53, 23, and 6, 112 points, top of our division, and the best team in the NHL is the on the verge of a three-peat Colorado Avalanche. Suck on that, Mikko Rantanen. Nathan MacKinnon is going to lead our squad, 57 goals, 105 points. Makar had 94, doing his thing. Natchez was good. Benedict Seneca. This dude played on the top line and had 17 goals. I mean, it is a career high up to this point. He's only going to get better the longer we go, but I did expect a little bit of a better season playing on the top line. No complaints about Blackwood. 44 wins, 4 shutouts, and a 918. The dude is good. Leon Draisaitl will have the most points at 122, and the most goals will go to TNT, Tage Thompson. The man had 69 goals on the season. Nice. Shorzy had 62 and 99 points as a rookie, or actually no, he's a second-year player on Utah. had 46 last season. Leon Draisaitl had 57, Kaprizov 57. Fantilli's going to be a great player, as we know. He simulates insane in this game for shutouts. Vasilevsky and Decord are both going to tie at 6, and the most wins will go to Mackenzie Blackwood for yet again another season. This dude's going to be a Hall of Famer at this rate. He might even be a Hall of Famer already. The Preds in the community, the Preds in the postseason, and for back-to-back seasons, I'm not really that scared. They picked up Ovi, a 43-year-old Alexander Ovechkin. That dude probably can't even skate anymore. Max Domi's on the roster, Kemmel, Miles Wood, defensively, no more Roman Josi. That decor is looking very rough, but they do got an 87 Saros, who got destroyed last playoff run. We will see if anything changes in the first round against the Preds. Did that really happen? We got swept in the first round by the Nashville Predators. All right, no 3P for Colorado. I don't even know if I want to look at the player stats right now. McKinnon had 6. He was a -3, though, in 4 games. Martin Necas had 5. Seneca 4. Like, we had some scoring. It wasn't completely horrible. Oh, my God. Blackwood with some of the worst statistics I've ever seen. 837 and a 501. I don't know. Maybe I've been glazing the guy a little bit too much. I got to start shitting on him again. The Buffalo Sabres get over the hump and win the Stanley Cup. You know what? I'm happy for them, honestly. Colorado didn't have a great playoff run. We didn't have any playoff run, not winning a single goddamn game. No 3-peat for the Avalanche. We had the Ted Lindsay, Art Ross, and Hart Trophy to Leon, Tage Thompson, the Maurice Richard. McCarr's still going to rack up Norris's. TNT will win the Conn Smythe. Blackwood again, the Vezina. Selke to Beniers. Mackenzie Blackwood is a Hall of Famer now. Funny how he wins the Vezina Trophy and then just completely falters come playoff time. The Pittsburgh Penguins get another #1 overall pick. The greatest American-born player of all time, Patty Kane's going to retire on Nashville, but in the minors. Claude Giroux is gone. Matt Duchene's out of here. Ryan O'Reilly, hashtag Tim Hortons. Erik Karlsson, and then goaltending-wise, Jonathan Quick, the best American-born player and the greatest American-born goaltender. We picked number 28th overall, even though we got our asses swept in the first round. This guy's a bust. I ain't going to take him. Looking at the guys I've scouted, ooh, Pistani. Devin Pistani, two-way guy from US. 5 years till he's NHL ready. You know what? We're probably still going to be around in 5 seasons. Medium elite potential. I will gladly take that. A very solid draft class by Colorado. Dare I say the best of the video? We only have 3.4 in salary cap space available. Brindley needs to be signed. Luckily, Mintyukov, I don't have to worry about him. Probably going to let Jordan Spence walk, although he's 28 years old. He wants almost 6 mil, though. That would be absurd when we can only give the guy 1.5. We drafted a guy by the name of Ian McTaggart, 49 overall at 18 years old, and he's got top 4 medium potential. The dude could eventually be an NHL player. We have quite literally no salary cap space at all. I guess we are retaining 5.8 from trades that I made, even though I didn't say I was going to retain any goddamn salary. Thank you, EA Sports. We can welcome back Ivan as he's going to return. Well, never mind. It looks like Ivan has been glitched. That man is going to return yet again, even though he said he was coming back already. He's probably not here. Never mind. We have a fantastic top line of Necas, McKinnon, Seneca. Jeff Skinner's kind of getting washed at this point. Shane Wright is kind of stagnated at like an 85 overall. I should probably trade Val soon. Bottom 6 isn't great, but obviously we got a few maybe down seasons ahead of us. But I feel like we can definitely come on strong nearing the end of the video where I regroup, I draft well, and we win a few more Stanley Cups. Val Nichushkin is in his final season with Colorado. Shane Wright needs to be extended. Do we have any cap? We got $18 million in extension money. He wants a 2-year contract. What if we want to lock you up long-term, brother? I think we just agree with him. We keep the salary a little bit lower, give him a short-term contract. We can go down in the 4s. The dude is only an 85 overall. I don't want to give him like a 6 or not a 6. The dude wanted like an $8 million contract. Instead, he's going to get 2 years at 4.6 mil with a no movement clause. You're welcome. Mackenzie Blackwood will be the tricky one. The dude wants like 7.8. I can lower that AAV. Can I get in the 6s? We will go 6.850 over the next 4 seasons. That'll lead him until he's 36 years of age. Blackwood's going to be our guy. There we go. Mackenzie Blackwood will be our starter for the next 4 seasons. We're not going to be able to move him anyways. We're still a threat in the Western Conference, but just not as good as we used to be. This is definitely going to be our down season, so I'm not even going to make any moves at the deadline unless we have like a crazy record where it is very clear here that we're simulating insanely, because I gotta be honest, we might have to take a down year, get some salary cap space, and then regroup next season. All right, I might have to walk back off of my statement. We are 14-3 to start the season. Not a record that I thought was possible, but hey, the Colorado Avalanche simulating like a juggernaut. We have definitely come back down to earth a little bit, but we have a great record, 36-12-2. Colorado is looking like that Stanley Cup contender that they might be. I was literally sitting here just downplaying my own roster. 53-22-7. Actually, wait. That was the Winnipeg Jets. My bad. Colorado went 52-24-6, 110 points. Again, at top of the NHL, third in the league behind Buffalo and Winnipeg, the two known dominant franchises. Shout out Nate Dogg. 54 goals, 112 points. Martin Necas at 82. Cale Makar was pretty good. 25-goal season as a defenseman. Now that's not too shabby. Fenix Seneca is just getting better pretty much every season. Shane Wright had 66 points. Mintyukov on the back end. We absolutely lowballed this guy. Locked him up long term. Wheeling and dealing. Vezina Trophy winner Mackenzie Blackwood has got 43 wins. 2 shutouts, and a .916 save percentage. Back to his usual play. Austin Tomiak Matthews will have the most points at 135, and the most goals will go to Tage Thompson, as this dude might end up going down as the greatest, one of the greatest goal scorers of all time. Just absolutely sniping it. As Colorado will play St. Louis in round number 1. They got my boy Dylan Holloway. Edmonton. Stan Bowman did not cook. What kind of a damn name is that? Defensively, Pareko. Oh dear God. That is one washed up decor. Do they still have Binner between the pipes? No, it's Joseph Wall. Should be an easy series. Unfortunately, we have to go to a game 7 in the very first round against St. Louis. I know. Heavily disappointing by Colorado. First period, we're down by 1. 4-4 after 2. Damn, Joseph Wall is getting shit on. Third period, all tied up at 4, outshooting them 27-23. And Martin Necas will give us the lead in the third. It's looking very bright for Colorado. Never mind. Me and my goddamn mouth. I don't even know why I talk. I should just sit here in silence and not say anything, and maybe I'll win every single Stanley Cup. EA Sports, it's not in the game. Dear God, Val Nichushkin was our best player. 3 goals, 10 points. Skinner had 8 and 5. Where's Nathan MacKinnon? 3 goals, 5 points in 7 games. The dude is our best player, and he's been washed down to a 92. He's 34 years old. The regression is here. Shout out to Vegas for winning the draft lottery. Definitely not rigged. Sidney Crosby's going to call it a career after 1,700 games. Goodbye to Stammer. Jamie Ben's out of here. Marshy the Rat. Damn, did anybody see what Brad Marchand... At this point, when the video comes out, it might be way later, but this dude rips off the bucket of Rasmus Dahlin. Not only does that, heads to the sin bin with it and tears it apart. Just an absolute slime bag. We are at the NHL draft yet again, picking 25th overall. Fresh off of getting absolutely destroyed by the Predators in the first round. I gotta try to make a good draft pick here. Otherwise, we might be cooked for the future. I'm gonna go with Alexei Samsonov, the right winger. Don't know where he's from. I guess Kazakhstan? I'm gonna take the right winger, Alexei Samsonov. Elite medium potential. He is listed as a sniper. 65 overall, so he could be NHL ready in up to 4 seasons. Corbin Appleby is listed as a gem in this game, although we could go with the defensive defenseman listed as elite low. Or do we take the risk on a goaltender? You know what? We need a defenseman. We got our goalie of the future. There it is, 63 overall, elite low potential. Luckily, Corbin Appleby is still available, so we're going to be taking him as well. 47 overall at medium elite potential. We ended up getting both. All right, who do we got to get back? Brindley's got to be signed. Val Nichushkin, I'm probably going to let walk to free agency. Parker Kelly, no thank you. I'll let him walk. Mackenzie Blackwood's locked up long-term. Tarasov can maybe come back. I can probably find a better backup goaltender in free agency. And then we got Cato and Appleby. These guys are going to be good in a few seasons. More so Cato. The dude's medium elite, already a 70 overall at 20 years of age. I decided to give Parker Kelly a contract as well as Gavin Brindley, and they both are going to come back to Colorado. We got $4 million to work with in free agency, so not a lot of money. Maybe I'll go after a depth forward. Val Nichushkin wants 3.8. Ross Colton, we could potentially bring back to Colorado. The dude is only 33 years old. Not a lot of money to spend, and not a lot of options to go after. What about Darnell Nurse? Jim Montgomery is going to join our team as our associate coach. Funny enough, I didn't even know that former head coaches can transition into associates in NHL 26. Definitely not as strong as we once were. We still got Seneca, MacKinnon, and Necas on the top line. Nathan MacKinnon is down to a 92 overall. The clock is ticking. The man is 35 years old. Shane Wright's an 86 with Kelly and Brindley. Bottom six isn't really that strong. Defensively, though, we're still great. Makar and Mintikov, Taves and D'Amelio, Farivari and MK. And then a very good starting goaltender, Mackenzie Blackwood, 33 years old, 88 overall. Mackinnon, of course, needs a contract extension. What is he looking for? $15 million on a one-year contract? Nathan Mackinnon, buddy, I don't know if you know this, but you're low-key kind of washed. You're down to a 92 overall. You are not that 97 overall player any longer. I guess I'm gonna have to go 3 seasons and try to lower the AAV as low as I can go. Regardless, he's gonna make more money than he previously did. I'm gonna go $13 million next 3 seasons with a full no movement clause. Devon Taves, I think I'm gonna let walk. The man is 36 years old, 86 overall, still good, but we can probably use that money to find a younger D-man that can replace him. And then everybody else, all these young guys, I'm just gonna wait and see. Nathan Mackinnon was the big guy. We got him signed, and now we are ready to head into yet again another regular season. I think as long as we have a good top line, a good starting goaltender, and the D-core that we have right now, we're gonna be a strong team in the regular season, although hovering around 3rd and 4th in the Central, 23, 18, and 4. Not the greatest of regular seasons, but definitely not the worst. Colorado saw how bad it could get way back in like 2017. It's been a little bit since I've made a trade, a 1st, 3rd, and a 2nd for Joakim Kemmel from the Nashville Predators, and it is a done deal. Welcome to Colorado. He's making like 3.2. He's gonna want to raise, but that is for me to worry about after the season. Right now, we have a window to win as many Stanley Cups as possible before Nathan Mackinnon completely falls off a cliff. The dude wants $11 million. Are you out of your mind? Joakim Kemmel, you are not worth even close to that. 88 overall, like, dude, I was thinking like a $5-6 million deal maybe. I guess if we want to keep him after spending all our assets, we might as well just give him like 9.6, 9.7, full no movement clause over the next 3 seasons. You know what? I'm going to do it. Actually, I got to raise it a little bit. I do not think he's going to accept that offer. We will go 9.9 over the next 3 years. A very tough pill to swallow. We still ended up winning 43 games in the regular season, 30 regulation losses, 9 in overtime, 2nd in the Central, which honestly is pretty weak at the moment. Toronto is going to finish at the top of the NHL, 60, 21, and 1. Dear God, they were by far and away the best regular season hockey team. We all know they're not a playoff team, though. Mackinnon would have 56 goals, 98 points. Shane Wright with a brand new career high of 78. Martin H just took a massive step back and was a -4. Benik Seneca was decent. Makar wasn't really that good either. And then for Mackenzie Blackwood, 34 wins, only a 905. It seems like Colorado as a whole has regressed. William Nylander, 130 points, will lead the entire National Hockey League, and then Matthews is going to have 73. They definitely had a season. As we are going to play the Dallas Stars in round number 1. Wyatt Johnston is their first line center. Rantanen is still a 95. You mean to tell me Mikko Rantanen now is a higher overall than Mackinnon? Robo is an 89, Voronikov 87. Their forward core is not bad. Defensively, they still have Harley and Heiskanen, but the rest is pretty shallow. And then in goal, Jake Ottinger, 90 overall. Let's see how this playoff run goes, considering we literally didn't win a game last season. Dallas is our arch rivals. We'll see how it goes. We get swept in back-to-back postseasons. Absolutely embarrassing. Colorado went from making 3 consecutive cup finals to now going back-to-back, not winning a single game in the playoffs. Gavin Brindley was our leading scorer, 4 points in 4 games. Seneca had 3, Kelly 3. I mean, it's all our 3rd and 4th liners. Nathan Mackinnon had 2 goals, and that's it. Mackenzie Blackwood wasn't historically bad like he was last season. He had an 896 last year and 837 3 years ago. Dear God. 900 save percentage, a 338 GAA, not good at all. And that is 3 consecutive playoff runs where we did not do well. Shout out to the Buffalo Sabres, getting it done in 6 games over my Oilers. Dear God, Edmonton, how far can we fall? Matthews, the Ted Lindsay, Maurice Richard, and Hart Trophy. Willie is going to win the Art Ross. The Norris will go to Morgan Riley, Tage Thompson, the Conn Smythe, Stolarz, the Vezina. Yeah, Toronto definitely dominated the regular season. Shout out Casper. The Columbus Blue Jackets will win the draft lottery. San Jose 2nd. We got Seattle 3rd. Alexander Ovechkin at age 45 is going to call it a career. I hope Nathan Mackinnon does not play until 45. John Tavares is gone. Jake Gensel is out here. Imagine telling somebody that Jake Gensel and Alexander Ovechkin are going to retire this same exact season. One got drafted in 04 and the other in 2013. We are going to be picking 20th overall in the NHL draft. Not a lot of great talent here. I am going to be relying on my scouts, so I'm going to go with Khudobin. Medium elite potential. He's a hybrid goaltender. 51 overall. overall. He's got a ways to go. Half of the guys I'm selecting are going to be NHL ready when the video ends. We get a top 6 defenseman, not really the greatest, at a 59 overall. This draft class hasn't been that great compared to others. We could take Valassi, left winger, two-way guy. He's going to be NHL ready in 5 seasons, or we can go with the medium or low elite, actually. Matt Schenn, enforcer, left winger. Welcome to Colorado. He's 6'7 overall. Unfortunately, everybody has a no movement clause, so we're not going to be making many trades moving forward. A guy like Devon Taves, I'm going to let him walk. Actually, he's already gone. Where's Devon Taves? Why am I not seeing Devon Taves in my lineup? Regardless, it does not matter. He's out of here. I think he actually retired in the offseason. Noah Foote, no thank you. I'm just going to go out in the free agency and try to find anybody that I can piece together a good, competent hockey team. Because as of right now, the Avalanche are struggling. I guess MK is going to bleed us dry. The dude wants like $4.7 million. I'm going to lower that AAV all the way down to $4 million on a 3-year contract with a full no movement clause. And he is going to return to Colorado on a 3-year contract. No mistakes. I think we might let Jared Bednar go. His contract is up. Maybe sign Bruce Cassidy or somebody who fits with our team a little bit better. Bednar only has a 46% team fit. We got $4 million in salary cap available, and we got to spend it on a defenseman. We only have like 4 D-men locked up right now. Maybe a guy like Kovacevic, 33 years old, doesn't really fit our system though. The good news is he wants only 3.1 over the next 3 seasons, so I'm gladly going to give him that contract. And that is all that we are allowed to spend here in free agency. Welcome in Ken Grumet Morris. The only reason I signed the guy was because he had the highest team fit. Literally nobody was fitting with the Colorado Avalanche. Everybody was below 50% besides that guy, which is pretty alarming. Marty Necas now is officially our top line center. Nathan MacKinnon down at an 87 overall. I gotta be honest, he probably doesn't have a lot of time left. Maybe 2 to 3 seasons. He's just gonna keep progressing. Probably will be like low 80s next season. I'm gonna bump up Shane Wright to our top line and throw Martin Necas on the wing alongside Kemmel. We will go Brindley, McKinnon, Seneca, Kelly, Ivan, Samsonov. Our young guy finally making his debut. Mintyukov's a 90, Makar 95. The problem is the rest of our decor is pretty shallow, and the Mackenzie Blackwood has already regressed down to an 86 overall. Mintyukov, Necas, and Wright all need extensions. Mintyukov and Wright, I'm definitely going to give it to them. I mean, oh my god. The dude wants 10 mil over the next 7 seasons. Let me lower the AAV a little bit. We'll get him down a tad, all the way down to 9.7 over the next 7. And then for Shane Wright, the dude wants to be paid like a legit #1 center. I mean, he pretty much is that for us right now. So we're going to have to give the guy 11.1 over the next 7 seasons here in Colorado. That McKinnon contract is going to absolutely haunt us in a few seasons. 13 mil for a heavily regressed player at 36 years old. Mintyukov is going to decide on re-signing, as well as Sugar Shane Wright. Now that I think about it, we probably could have gone even lower with Shane Wright. Regardless, we are still going to be a playoff team. 43, 32, and 7, 93 points on the season. Dallas was the best in our division, and the Los Angeles Kings, no Kenny Holland still there, obviously for good reason. They're going to be the best team in the league. Carolina 2nd, Buffalo 3rd, Montreal 4th. Cale Makar will lead our squad, 24 goals. The man had 103 points. McKinnon had 95, Wright 93 and 32. Shane Wright definitely is the future of Colorado. Martin Necas is going to walk to free agency. We re-signed Mintyukov, thank God for that. And then Mackenzie Blackwood, definitely not as good as he used to be. Still had 36 wins, 3 shutouts, and a 909. Gavin McKenna has arrived. The most points in the league at 122, and the most goals will go to Tage Thompson at 69. Am I seeing this correctly, or did a 32-year-old Brady Tkachuk score 60? And we have another matchup against the Dallas Stars in round number 1. Rips in the chat. And I don't really see anything changing, I'll be honest. Robertson, Johnston, and Rantanen blows our top line out of the water. They got better defensemen, and they have a much better starting goaltender. Jake Ottinger back up to a 91. I'm waiting for all my young guys to finally develop into like NHL players. I can play them in the lineup. Otherwise, it's hard with the salary cap right now. Players are asking for way too much money. Most of the NHL rosters are diluted at this point, and somehow we're leading 3-1 over Dallas entering game 5. Things did not go our way. We score 1 goal in 2 games, and all of a sudden you blink and we're in a game 7. Do or die time here in Dallas. We have a 3-1 lead entering the third, and we ended up blowing it. Unbelievable. 4 goals in the third period. An instant Colorado collapse to Mikko Rantanen yet again. Some things never change. Yet again, another 7-game series. The bright spot is Shane Wright, 8 points in 7 games. Natchez only had 4, Kemmel 4, and if we go way down the list here, Nathan MacKinnon had 1 goal in 7 games. Honestly, might be time to retire. The dude is a legit shell of himself as the Los Angeles... LA will get it done in the Cup Finals in 6 games over the Philadelphia Flyers, who do have Gavin McKenna, and I think it might be time for Nathan MacKinnon. He is completely a shell of himself at this point. Thompson to Ted Lindsay and Maurice Richard, Art Ross to McKenna, Hart to Thompson. Makar will win another Norris, Quinton Byfield to Conn Smythe. We got Yaroslav Askarov the Vezina, and Luke Yonkman the Selke. Nashville wins the draft lottery, but if he doesn't slow down his regression a little bit, he might be gone next season. Kopitar is out of here. Dear God, Kopi's 44. Goodbye to David Pastrnak, Artemi Panarin, Victor Hedman, Sam Reinhart's calling it a career. Got drafted in 2014. Looking at the NHL draft, I think I'm going to take Dustin Neal, defensive defenseman, top 4 medium potential, similar style to Shea Weber, 64 overall. Come on, man. Can I not get anybody in like the 70s at least? 3 goaltenders are all available. Hybrid, butterfly, and hybrid. NHL ready 4 seasons. Holmstrom is NHL ready in 4 years, so a year sooner. I think I'm going to go with Per Holmstrom. He's NHL ready in 4 years instead of 5, 59 overall. It can't be serious. I fully believe I have drafted very well so far in the video. Unfortunately, a lot of these guys probably are not even going to end up playing in Colorado. Martin Natchez, 89 overall, 33 years of age. I don't really know if I want to re-sign him. I feel like we can probably find a better guy in free agency. Brindley I will bring back. He's only 27 years old. He wants 4.7 over the next 5 seasons. I'm going to lower the AAV, of course. I am not giving Martin Natchez a $9.7 million contract. No way, no how. Gavin Brindley is going to re-sign in Colorado as we enter free agency now, and hopefully we find a replacement for Martin Natchez. Otherwise, it might be a rough season in Colorado. We only have like $5.3 million to spend, so we're not really going to find a replacement, dare I say. Warren Fogle, 3-5. I think we're better off just grabbing a defenseman. Trying to build a defensive-minded team here in Colorado. Well, the days are long gone of Nathan MacKinnon being that elite-level superstar. We got Wright, Kemmel, Seneca, Kelly alongside MacKinnon and Samsonov. We got some depth to this team, but not a lot of like top-end talent. Mintyukov, Makar is still great on that top line. Kovacevic. I picked up Noah Hannafin in free agency, and then Blackwood. Damn. The dude is down to an 85 overall. Martin Ferivari needs to be extended, but the dude is 32 years old. I mean, I can lock him up. He's not exactly old. He's got some time left in him at good hockey. He still has some good hockey left in him, so I'm going to go a full no movement clause over the next 4 seasons. I'll lower the AAV all the way down to $5.3 million to return in Colorado. And there we go. The guy's going to return. Somehow at the trade deadline, Connor Bedard is available. 1 year left on his $9.4 million contract. I mean, maybe. I don't think we're going to get him. This would be the hardest trade of all time. We'd have to give up, like, yeah, we don't have anybody to give up. Samsonov, Ferivari, Seneca, none of these guys really hold a jock strap. Hold a jock strap? What am I saying? We do not have enough assets to acquire Connor Bedard, so instead we're just going to simulate until the end of the season. Colorado is still consistently good, a playoff team, 46, 27, and 9, third in our division, where 5 teams made the postseason. Cale Makar is out here setting new career highs at the age of 34. The man had 121 points. Shane Wright had 103. MacKinnon, 30 goals and 77 points. Samsonov, oh my God, the dude damn near had a 50-goal season. His second year in the NHL after only having 35 points and 20 goals. That is a major step up. He's going to want to get paid. Kemmel had 56 and 29 goals. Seneca has been absolutely horrible for a few seasons now. And Blackwood is back at his best. 7 shutouts, a 9-15, and 37 wins. Cale Makar is going to win the Art Ross as a defenseman, the first D-man to do so since Bobby Orr. And Tage Thompson had the most goals at 69. We got Colorado up against Minnesota in the first round. They got Kaprizov, who's all washed up at an 88. Marco Rossi, 89. Boldy, 90. Lafreniere's on the roster. Forward core doesn't really scare me. They do have Brock Faber, but we got Cale Makar. Suck on that. And then in goal, if we take a look here, a 90 overall Jesper Wallstedt. We'll see how Mackenzie Blackwood ends up playing. Well, we got smacked in 5 games. I cannot complain about Shane Wright. The man had 2 goals and 11 points in only 5 games. He's legit like Nathan MacKinnon of old. while current Nathan MacKinnon had 3 goals and 5 points and was a -5. That's tough. Predators in the community will go on and win the Stanley Cup over the Pittsburgh Penguins, getting their revenge over 2017. Clayton Keller is going to win the Ted Lindsay, Tage Thompson, the Maurice Richard, Art Ross, the Cale Makar, and the Norris Trophy. Logan Cooley is going to win the Conn Smythe, Stuart Foreskin Skinner, the Vezina, and the Selke back-to-back seasons to Luke Yonkman. As the Boston Bruins, oh my god! Boston went from number 10 to first, and then LA 11 to second. The NHL draft lottery might be rigged. Nathan MacKinnon has decided to stick around, although Sasha Barkov, also drafted in 2013, has called it a career, as well as Mikko Rantanen, Dylan Larkin's gone, Philip Forsberg, Hurdle, Voracek. Samsonov is going to want a big boy contract heading into next season. He's got 1 year left on his deal. Will need an extension. Vorher, I am going to bring back. We got 11.7 in salary cap space to spend, so I feel like maybe we could acquire somebody in free agency. Martin Nick's a 67 overall at 19 years old, maybe NHL ready in like 2 to 3 years. I don't know if Nathan MacKinnon has 2 to 3 seasons though. $7.2 million to spend, and I mean, dear God, we got 87 overalls asking for 12 mil. Nick Schmaltz 110 at 37 years old. Peyton, I mean, god damn, EA. The inflation is crazy. It's just like real life. Carbon tax, Carney, Trudeau, NHL 26, everything is just getting way too expensive. I can't go after anybody. All of these guys want like double figures or like north of 9 mil. We'll try to bring in Olin Zellweger, give him a full no movement clause at 7.2 over the next 5 seasons. Well, the good news is Zellweger will be a Colorado Avalanche for a long time, probably the remainder of the video. Nate Dogg is down to an 82 overall at 38 years of age. This very well could be his final season. He's only got 1 year left on his deal also. Will need to be re-signed. Shane Wright's our top line center. Samsonov's an 86 overall, and he's going to play on the top line. Oh my god, he does not fit, huh? I guess we got to go Seneca, Shane Wright, and Samsonov. Third and fourth lines aren't really great. Depth is not there. Young guys are not growing. Top 4 defensively, though, were very good. Mintyukov, Makar, Zellweger, Faravari, and then goal, Mackenzie Blackwood down to an 84. First order of business is to re-sign Nathan MacKinnon. $5.8 million he wants. I'm going to give him a full no movement clause on a 1 year contract. Who knows if he ends up re-signing or if he decides to retire at the end of the year. Maybe, just maybe, I should wait because this dude might end up just retiring at the end of the season, if I'm going to be honest. I'm going to wait, and instead I'll go with Samsonov, get this guy locked up long term. I mean, his asking price is already up to $9 million. Let's lower it all the way down to 8.2 over the next 5 seasons. Alexei Samsonov has accepted my offer. He's pretty much my only draft pick that worked out. We got yet again another solid season, 45, 30, and 7, 97 points. And again, Central Division might be the best in the entire NHL. We got 5 teams making the postseason. Cale Makar had 35 goals and 94 points, leading our squad. Shane Wright had 93. MacKinnon, a little bit of a bounce-back season, 39 goals, 82 points. Not bad for a 38-year-old. And then in goal, Mackenzie Blackwood, 36 wins, 2 shutouts, and only a 903. How many times are we going to have to play Dallas in round number 1? This team has been taking us out to the woodshed in previous seasons. I can only imagine what's going to happen this year. As Colorado, not the strongest of teams right now. We're up 2-1 though, thank God. And somehow we're actually going to be moving on. We got Mini in round number 2, and we get absolutely dominated. As the Minnesota Wild, they get it done in the Stanley Cup Finals over Washington in a Game 7. Individually, Shane Wright again. Oh my God, Sugar Shane Wright was a -14. Cale Makar had 9 points, Seneca 8. Where's Nathan MacKinnon? Sadly, only had 2 goals and 4 points. The Florida Panthers are going to win the NHL draft lottery as they will be selecting first overall. And yet Nathan MacKinnon is going to return for yet again another season in the National Hockey League. It is what it is. Literally should have just gave him that $5 million contract he wanted at the beginning of the season. Now I'm going to have to raise it up to like 5.2 over the next 2 years. Hopefully the man does not play 2 seasons at this point. The captain will be coming back. We are going to end up re-signing Bennik Seneca. Ian McTaggart's going to come back as well as we enter free agency with a lot of salary cap available. And we got to find a new starting goaltender. Mackenzie Blackwood is down to an 83 overall now. We have $14 million in salary cap to work with. Let's see, is there any starting goaltenders available? Not really. Dear God, this is a rough group of starting goalies. Zubov is my guy, 9.6. We're going to give him a 1-year contract, increase the AAV to $10.2 million. Hopefully, the guy is going to sign in Colorado. Artem Zubov. Welcome him to Colorado with open arms, an 88 overall sniper. Exactly what we needed. We got Zubov alongside Wright and Samsonov, Royer with Nathan MacKinnon, and Benik Seneca. I mean, forward-wise, not really the greatest. Defensively, though, our top four is filthy. Makar, Mintikov, Faravari, and Zellweger. And then in goal, it'll be an 82 overall Lucas Dostel. We're rotating 82s. The goalies that were available were not that great. Kale Makar and Zubov both need to be re-signed heading into next season. Kale Makar wants like 10.5 on a 2-year contract. I mean, if we can get him under 10, I will gladly give him that contract. 9.2 mil for the next 2 seasons for Kale Makar. Well, it was only a matter of time until the Avalanche would miss the postseason. 40, 37, and 5, only 85 points. A very competitive division. Despite that, Nathan MacKinnon had 55 goals and 95 points. Maybe the dude is not washed. Seneca had 75, Wright 73, Zubov 70. He actually had a massive regress. Why am I mixing up Zubov and Samsonov? It was Samsonov, 30 goals, 61 points. I mean, 2 seasons ago, even last season, had 49 goals and a brand new career high. He's come back down to earth a little bit. As no Stanley Cup this season for Colorado, Nathan MacKinnon, he might retire. He might end up coming back. After the season that he just had, he might return. Le Montreal will capture glory, sweeping the Winnipeg Jets in the Stanley Cup Finals. Caulfield's going to win the Lindsay, Maurice Richard, and Hart Trophy. Shoresy the Art Ross, Dahlin the Norris, the Conn Smythe will go to Luke Yonkman. We got Jesper Wallstedt, the Vezina, and Connor Bedard, the Selke. On the Red Wings, we got the San Jose Sharks winning the NHL draft lottery. Zubov does not want to come back, but I'm going to give the guy a 10.5 7-year contract. Corbin Appleby is my guy. He wants 5.8. Okay, we're going to lower the AAV, give him a no movement clause, the typical bunch. We haven't really been making trades anyways. 5.2, 5-year deal. Hopefully he signs. The man is only 23. Nathan MacKinnon is an 82 overall bum at this point. We picked up Jackson Blake in free agency. We got Samsonov, Wright, and Zubov. Top 6 isn't that bad. Bottom 6 is pretty bad, though. Defensively, top 4 is great. Kale Makar, he's down to an 82 now. Faravari's on that top line with Pavel Mintikov. And then Corbin Appleby, 84 overall starting netminder. Colorado is back in the postseason, 3rd in our division with a record of 42, 37, and 3, 87 points on the year. And we have Utah. Nathan MacKinnon literally is an 82 overall, and the dude still scores 45 goals and 97 points. It's almost like overall does not even matter. Jackson Blake's got 88, Shane Wright 81 and a -17. Dear God. And then Corbin Appleton had 35 wins, 3 shutouts, and a .904 save percentage. It is going to be very tough to try to find a way to win a Stanley Cup with this current roster. We are just simply not a Stanley Cup contender. The Columbus Blue Jackets are the next team to beat my Oilers in the Cup Finals. EA is not even hiding it at this point. It's been a very long time since we won a Stanley Cup. We got Matvei Mishkov taking home the Ted Lindsay, Shoresy the Maurice Richard, McKenna the Art Ross, Mishkov the Hart Trophy. Dallas Via will win the Calder. We got Eastwood the Conn Smythe, Graves the Vezina, and the Selke again to Luke Yonkman, the GOAT. The New York Islanders are back in the lottery, winning it and getting the 1st overall pick. This dude, Nathan MacKinnon, is an absolute sicko. Kale Makar has retired before MacKinnon. The dude was drafted in 2017. Goodbye to Mitch Marner, William Nylander, but nah, Nathan's gonna stick around yet again. I'll update you guys if anything interesting happens over the course of however many seasons MacKinnon decides to stick around. I will make sure Nathan MacKinnon does get re-signed here in Colorado. I do not want to see him play anywhere else. The dude is still like a 90-point player at the age of, what, 40? 5 mil, 2 seasons, full no movement clause. Man, this is honestly hilarious. We have Nathan MacKinnon, 41 years old, 80 overall. The computer wants him to play on the top line. We got to go Shane Wright. Shane Wright literally is much better, although he doesn't simulate like it. Yeah, safe to say Colorado is not a cup contender any longer. We are 4-13 to start the season. Still not a playoff team. Finally, after all these years later, Nathan MacKinnon calls it a career. The man scored 957 goals goals for 2,199 points. Connor McDavid is also gone. Kyle Connor's out of here. Kaprizov. McKinnon's going to retire as a 3-time Stanley Cup winner. He's got a Conn Smythe. He's got 2 Hart trophies, 2 Ted Lindsays, an Art Ross, and 2 Maurice Richards. Also got a Calder and 2 Lady Bings. Individually, I mean, I can't complain. The dude was great until the end. Had 70 points in his final season in 82 games. Consistent 90, 80-point guy for the final decade. And then he was a good 100-point player for the prime years of his NHL career.